Hello. How
are you?
I'm good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is just for the show.
Happy Friday. We're absolutely drinking because we want to.
Yes.
Happy Friday indeed. And shout out to the gentleman in Brazil who, I'm sorry you guys, we don't get notifications of the comments. We have to actually go in and see when you guys have left them. So follow Lou. Thank you for your comment. Everybody, thank you for your comment. But the ones that we hadn't responded to, we just didn't see them. So, but I just saw about, an hour ago. I was like, sis, there's comments. And there was an owl from Brazil. So, bom dia to you. And thank you for the love. He wanted to know our Instagram, and I didn't know yours off the top of my head.
Yenny Afri. I'll put it in the comments on the video.
Okay. So, and I'll do the same. So, but just, it's QUETTA, Keta 101. It's mine.
YENIAFRE. Right? Yeah. At me. Yeah. Yenny Afri.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. So, we have a topic that we want to talk about. But I just want to say, I want to remind everybody that we are two women living Ifa. And I know you may be like, well, are you ever going to talk about Odu? We will. But more importantly, I just wanted you to understand what it is to witness our journey of just living a life as women in Ifa, which is really a testament to going back to our perfect and complete self. And that Ifa is basically a tool to help you find your authentic self before the world poured all of its crap on you, which is like when we were babies.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're basically, I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
Humans that have made a lot of mistakes and chose to grow versus dwell and versus kind of like repeat the same mistakes type of thing,
right,
and work on ourselves. And
it's about having breakthroughs and growth, and it's also about remembering who we are. Like, we get lost when, and it's not that our parents mean to, but there's a, there's a trend, a habit of, I've done it, I'm a parent, if you guys don't know, I think you do, but there's a habit of teaching our children what we know, what was taught to us, instead of, basically you just keep repeating the cycle instead of having your own mindset and your own thought, because life can get so hectic and so busy that you stop to think for yourself.
Yeah.
So for us, Ifa is about taking those pauses and taking those breaks and saying, who am I? And having those breakthroughs, which are hard.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd be looking at Ifa and be like, I'm not talking to you today. I don't want to hear nothing from Ori. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Like, leave me alone today. And they're like, you're cute. We'll give you 5 minutes to have your moment, and then we'll be right back. But it is a system that is like a system of training wheels to help you get back to finding who you are.
And we just decided to kind of like get on a show and
document
share, talk
what we've learned. Sorry, school bus. Go ahead.
You know, touch different subjects or topics and kind of like share maybe our experience, our opinions, and just talk about it and engage and be part of the community, or welcome you guys to our community.
So those of you that are in Isheshe or Criollo, you'll notice that I have the Ibeji behind me. I just felt like having the spirit of children. Ibeji are a form of Egbe. Egbe are astral mates that we knew before coming to Earth, before we were born, that support us. The Ibeji are children. And so I wanted to bring like this fun, childlike sister twinship energy to today's show, because I was kind of feeling, this moon has me feeling, and all the, I don't know, I was like, oh.
That's funny. You must be aligned with Fatu a little bit. We went to the Curly Square.
Collie Square?
Yeah. And that's what the cards that he picked out of the store that we visited
What'd he
last
pick?
weekend. Something that has to do with childhood and him being
that's
like
my brother. It is what it is.
a
Like,
child type of like vibe or do childish
which is what I'm
things.
talking about not it's like getting back to your authentic self. That's what a child does. They just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it, this is what I'm feeling, I'm gonna express it this way, before we start saying, no, don't do it that way, talk about it this way and say it this way and react this way. And I wanted the spirit of, no, we are who we are. Asheo. I have a funny thing going on with me that you don't know about that I was waiting to bring up on the show.
Nice.
You know, I like to drop things on you. So, because you're just like the best at taking things in stride and like welcoming it. So it's like my space to do that.
Tell me.
So, tips. Gratuity. Like, I've been feeling some type of way about it lately. And it's like, obviously, in our culture of North America, we leave tips when somebody has done.
Oh, okay. Those type of
yes,
tips.
gratuity.
I thought you wanted to make tips and gratitude.
No. Motherfucker, I said gratuity. Okay. So I wanted to, lost my train of thought, sis. So here in North America, like, we have the culture of, like, leaving a tip for, like, if we go to a restaurant and the server has done an amazing job, and it's like, wow, you know, whatever. And then, like, or if we go and get our hair done or our nails done or any service, everybody usually is like, gratuity. And I've been feeling some type of way, not because everybody that, well, I can't say this, so let me go back. I definitely have, like, people in my life who are in the service field that, like, rock it out, right? And I'm grateful, right? And I feel like what's going on with me is because I was born in this culture, that is how you show your gratitude. By tipping, right? And I'm like, so here lately I've been thinking, like, but wait, we go for a service and their service costs this much. So they should do good at the service provided. Why do I have to, or why are we compelled to give a gratuity for
give
what
them
they
extra money for the job that they're already getting paid for?
Right. That they're supposed to do very well at. That's why we go to them. And can't we just stop at, thank you, I appreciate it, I love it, whatever, right? And then I also catch myself being an African American woman.
And you're a great tipper. It's weird hearing this from you.
That's what I was, because I love, that's my form, because of the society
showing it.
Of gratitude. But also, if I can be completely vulnerable and honest, being an African American woman, like, a lot of times I feel compelled to leave a large tip because they're looking at, like, me as an African American woman and like, oh, they don't tip well. She's not going to do that. And so, like, this guilt sets in, like, I want to prove that I can tip you. I did love the job, but I'm also going to tip well. But I usually, yes, but I honestly usually do it when the service wasn't that good.
To show them.
Just to show them. So that's an insecurity with me. I'm clear.
Yeah, I do the opposite. Right? I'm like, if your service is not good, I'm giving you the minimum. Just like, again, we have to kind of like type of thing. I've not left tip before. And a lot of people, I think sometimes, well, not a lot of people, but people around me maybe, have like made a comment or something. I'm just like, if you did good, you get the extra money. Right. I feel like. But I also like to show gratitude by giving them a compliment or saying something nice about them.
Right. It doesn't have to be
or
the service that they're supposed to be performing.
Wow, you are amazing at this, and giving them a compliment.
Right.
That I feel like is more important, but obviously the world walks on money. Money is, well, you know.
Right. So the thing is, we live in a society where this is the norm. And I've seen lots of videos, I can't say this year, but it's circulating that have circulated, like, on Facebook and Instagram about where the origin of tipping came from. And it was typically when people weren't getting paid for anything, and that was the only form
that's how you paid them.
That's how you paid them. So basically it's like these companies would have slaves, basically, and if whoever they were performing the service for tipped them, that was the only money that they got. So that's horrible, first of all, right? But we still keep tipping in North America. From what I understand, in other countries, it is offensive.
To get tipped, yes. In Japan, there was no tipping allowed. That was disrespectful.
It's disrespectful because like, they're probably looking at it from the origin of the, like,
I'm not like this, or I'm not that, or I'm not mid.
Right.
Like, what do I look like to you? Yes.
So then I was thinking earlier, I'm like, let's say I go to a restaurant, right? My husband and I love to dine out. And the server does an amazing job. Well, here's my thing. I was thinking about it. I was like, so, the server is already hired and being paid by the restaurant in which I'm dining. So when I leave a gratuity, I am ultimately paying the restaurant for my food, and I'm helping them pay the person they hired. And what am I getting out of it other than what I paid for? While they making money. How the hell does that make sense in my head? Why am I not only restaurant? Am I helping you pay your employees? But I'm having to pay for my food too.
I struggle
and you're
with
banking
with the lashes. Because
Okay.
at first, I didn't know we had to tip. I'm paying money.
We don't have to do anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I didn't think it was like a common thing that people left tips for the lashes. Like in the sense, I paid a lot of money for lashes already. Like,
Right.
I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to tip or spend anything extra on that.
Right.
And then after my 2 visits, I noticed. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to tip. Like, so now it's like, damn, that's like.
So you've been struggling undercover as well.
Yeah, I'm like, I love my lady. I would love to tip her. I mean, if I can, but I mean, I do tip her.
And
Obviously.
we feel like
sometimes I tip her more, sometimes I tip her less.
Yes.
But yeah, it feels like it's a pressure to show gratitude when you
With
can show
money
gratitude
in
somewhere
other ways.
else. Yes, that's what it feels like.
That's all I'm saying, and that's what I'm struggling with, especially because I feel like we are handicapping people by saying, well, if you do a great job, then you'll get a great tip. No, you are here to do this job, and you're supposed to do a great job already.
Yeah.
This is what you
And
showed
now,
up to do.
I mean, the other thing that's annoying is the gratitude that's already included in all these fucking bills. Like, I'm not tipping you extra unless what? You do an extra good job? You already did it. You're supposed to, right? Like,
Right.
I don't understand that. I understand these people live off tips. Like, I get that part.
They
but,
shouldn't be.
But that's, yeah, no.
Like
that's fucked
they are
up.
supposed to be getting paid minimum
Or, I mean-
wage at the very least.
Yeah. Well, I guess a good business to open is a restaurant. You really don't have to cover much. The customer is
'Cause the
paying
customer
for
is paying.
your food and
I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying, though, right?
yeah. I would have
So
that
anyways.
experience at the ice cream shop for some reason. We're paying more
I am, because she knows I'm a great tipper. So,
Yeah.
but I am working on, and it's funny because I just went and got my hair cut, and even though I had this guy,
Yeah.
I still was like, but I always tip, so I have to tip him. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
going.
don't know how you're gonna be able to go down not
I
tipping
know.
him, right? Especially the barber.
It's not just him.
Yeah, but the
Like,
barber. Like, hey, by the way, I
I've
changed.
stopped.
I am no longer
I am a
that
new
nice
woman.
gratitude person. I'm gonna be showing you gratitude with other things. You look lovely today.
Yes.
You're amazing.
What an
you
amazing
have
attitude today. Your spirit was so light today. But I gotta get there because that's my truth, and I can't continue operating.
You
in
cannot
that-
continue tipping based on those reasons.
Correct.
That's it. You
I
can
can't-
tip what you want, but because of you want to tip. Because you feel like it. A lot of the times I tip because I feel like the person did go extra from what they're getting paid off already. And that's, I know, I can
I see,
recognize
that's my
that.
problem.
I can
No,
recognize
but
that
that's-
because I have gone above and beyond in my waitress
But their
days.
employer should be
Be
the
like,
one to acknowledge
yes,
that.
but they don't.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But then that's what I'm saying. I think we're handicapping that employee from
Yeah,
standing up for
for
themselves
sure.
because they're getting it from us.
Yeah, we are handicapping
I'm just saying.
the people that are not the boss. The
Yes,
ones that are
the
working,
employees.
Yeah.
So you feel me? You're in line with me?
Yeah,
that we're
no,
gonna
for
start
sure,
tipping?
for sure. I mean, I'm good on that department. I only tip if I feel like want to, and they deserve. Or sometimes I do tip over. Like, oh my god, if I don't tip, how do I come back here again?
So you're saying
Or-
the same thing as me,
Yes,
lady.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But I'm more cautious. I'm not as generous as you are when it comes to tipping for no reason. Like, I don't do it under pressure. Like, you're gonna think I'm fucking this or
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know? I do it like I come to this place every week. Like, for example, the lashes. I'm not gonna tip because what the fuck they're gonna put on my, like, at that point. But I love my lash place. Like, nothing. Just putting them as an example. And I love tipping my lady, and I wish I can give her more money, but it just feels like, they do fall. I have no lashes right now. So it's like I'm just tipping like so much. You know what I'm saying? This is horrible. Life without lashes. Like, life without lashes is amazing, but life with lashes is fucking glorious. I don't know what to say. But I guess I must tip her.
Oh my God.
Tipper. And strippers, what about them? They gotta get tipped.
They don't get paid? I don't know.
No, they don't. They pay the place.
But they don't make they don't get
They
minimum
pay
wage?
the place. So they gotta pay the club to work there. They gotta pay a fee. So they only work on tips. They don't get no minimum wage
I didn't
for
know.
dancing. They don't.
We gotta go to the strip club and do like an interview
Yeah, we
of the
can.
manager and a stripper.
Yeah. I mean, I have maybe a person I can ask if they would like to.
You know, a stripper?
No, she's not a stripper, but she's a bartender.
Oh,
at the
okay.
strip club.
Okay.
Same field, more or less. I don't think I know any strippers at the moment right now.
I don't either, but I think I can get some connections.
I mean, I'm sure I could if I know somebody that knows somebody. Yes, I do know that. somebody that knows somebody, but me off the rip of my contact list, I got no strippers on my phone that I know of. Maybe back in the day I did. Some of them, but not right now.
It's not good. We love the strippers.
Yeah, I haven't been to the strip club
Can
in
someone
maybe...
please give me pole dancing lessons? Because
I really want to pole. I really
that
want
is
to
a
pole. That's what I want in my
whole
life.
vibe. And
That's
the
all I
athleticism.
want.
Okay, but we're getting off track. Crown Royal. This is what
Well,
happens.
Well, no, I think it was good. I thank you for bringing that topic on. That's amazing. I think that was
Thanks, sis.
good. Spontaneous and all, my favorite thing in the world.
Yes. Okay.
So the topic that Jaqueta picked, because she's the one that suggested. Obviously, I was all about it, but it was something that she was feeling, and
Go ahead. Pop it
I agreed. Friendships? No, it is not friendships. That is the topic that I want to do, by the way. But let me just bring it and put it out there. It is forgiveness.
Do you want to talk about friendships?
No,
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine. Well, we'll do it eventually. Forgiveness, I'm sure with this topic, friendships will come in the conversation.
So it's about apologies.
Apologies.
Yes. So the reason
Apologizing, right?
apologizing, yes, and
You used another word I can remember earlier.
offending.
Okay.
So it's funny because when she and I were originally talking about wanting to talk about this topic, I went ahead. I think you guys, if you've watched the other videos, I had mentioned that like for the past couple years, I've been on a journey of making sure that I am using the words that I know properly in a sentence when I speak or when I'm feeling it or whatever. And I've realized that a lot of words have been being used incorrectly just because either that's what I taught just by hearsay or whatever. You hear it one time, use it in a sentence, and you're like, oh, that's how it's applied. And then you start applying it in sentences the same way.
Or you just never learned the meaning or never cared to
Or that.
Google it or learn it in school, I guess.
Yeah. So when it comes to apologizing, I personally, apologizing for me means acknowledging an offense. Right?
Mm-hmm. Something that you did wrong or...
So that's the definition.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that because
So,
we did Google some words
We
before
went
we
ahead and Googled the definition of apology. And it was the admission of a wrongdoing, basically. And I had a real issue with that, so we Googled wrong. Because I was like, I don't like that word wrong. And wrong was like incorrect, right? The definition of wrong was incorrect or unjust.
Yeah,
whatever.
You just didn't do something right.
So the reason I have a problem with wrong is because what may bother me may not bother her. So let's say she does something that bothers me. She's not going to understand that she did it because it's not something that bothers her.
Or that I see us wrong.
Let's leave wrong out of it,
Okay.
right? Just for a second. Wrong is not here just for a second. Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't mean to put my hand in your face.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so wrong. So the reason I have an issue with that is because we're saying that it's incorrect, and when we are dealing with feelings and dislikes and likes on a personal level, how can you say something is incorrect or correct when we're all unique? And what vibes for me may not vibe for you, and vice versa. So I can understand when we all try to put each other in a cookie box, and we're like, so everybody must operate like this and think like this and feel like this, and if you don't, then there's something wrong with you and off in your head. I wanted to talk about this because for me, when I apologize, like I said, it is me acknowledging that I offended you. And when I make that acknowledgement, that is me saying, I know now that offends you, that bothers you, and I won't do it again, right? And I think a lot of people, it's there's people that say I'm sorry and I'm sorry and I'm sorry, and they keep doing it. And that comes from a belief system where it's like, oh, well, if you ask for forgiveness, you'll be forgiven and everything's wiped clean. But they keep doing it. Well, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's another whole topic, girl.
So, but I'm saying that's an issue because when you know that you have offended somebody and somebody doesn't like something and you care about, forget about it if you even care about them. Like, just on a human level, if you know full well that person has said, this bothers me, I don't like that. I don't like when you say this to me or when you do this
Talk
to me
this way or point this out or whatever the hell.
You get to know that person is giving you an invitation and a blueprint as to how to work with them and operate with them. For instance, she knows I don't want a bunch of friends.
Even though she keeps getting them for
Shut
some
up.
goddamn reason.
I don't want a bunch of friends
And
because
she has a bunch, but okay.
Is it? It's
Yeah, I
too
mean,
much
you
for
have
me.
plenty.
I'm grateful for my friends. Don't get me wrong. It is plenty, especially when you work at them
Plenty.
properly
Yeah,
and
they have
nurture
good
them.
relationships. They're
It
good
takes
friends.
nurturing a relationship, and you have to learn how to operate with everybody on their space and on their level. She is not my husband. She is not my best friend Jamal. She is not my sister Famotokwe. She is not my niece Falolu. She is not my son Fafumilola. Like, everybody acts differently, and I have to. I don't have to, but if I want to have a positive,
Good relationship.
beautiful relationship,
Or
I get
true.
to take a true relationship. Ashe, I get to take the time to understand how they operate, and if I am in a space of, well, you have to act just like me, and what bothers me should bother you, then that's not me acknowledging who they are as a person. So when it comes to apologizing, let's see. Let's give us an easy example so we can use our. Or we can either
probably
use
have
ourselves
one,
or
yeah.
of course
I'm
we
sure
do.
we have
For
many,
sure.
Think of one. We have so many, can't remember.
I know. I'm trying. I think I want to use me and Chris.
Go ahead.
Let me think. Okay, I got it. So me and my husband. So if you have actually met Chris and I in person, you know that we are polar opposites. I am like party, 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 party. House guests, drummings, dancing. Like, I want to be around people. I want to drink. I want to celebrate. I want to laugh. And Chris is like, right? And I mean, he'll like go out and stuff, and he may
still
like
be
his
like
head,
this.
but you better talk to him while he's still doing like this. He likes communicating with his
Through
Facebook
technology.
friends through technology. So
Social media.
I definitely love going out, and I realized, like, in the beginning of our relationship, it was like, "Ah, you don't go out with me, so you don't love me. This is, this relationship isn't working. You don't ever want to go out. You don't ever want to do this." And he was just like, "I just want to stay home. Like, I like being at home. What's the problem?" And then he would come out, and it was one time we went out with a group of friends. I think it was Ultra was going on, so we went to a party at whatever, somewhere downtown, whatever. And he came with me, and we danced, and we had a good time, and then he was like, "I'm ready to go home." And I was like, "Okay." And that was the first time where I was like, he, like, compromised and did something that I want to do, and he enjoyed it. Like, because Chris used to party too, don't get me wrong. It's just that's not the space he's in now. So he was like, he's like, "I want to go home." He's like, "Babe, you stay." And I was like, "Cool. I'm with our friends." He came out. I don't need him to be with me, even though they were coupled up. I didn't find it to be weird at all, because like, he's a grown man, and I had finally gotten that he gets to do what makes him comfortable. Well, he got rolled by the friends. They were like, "What kind of husband leaves your friend? What kind of husband leaves your wife?" And we were like, "But we're good. Why are you upset?" Like, I'm not offended. He came. He danced with me. He had a cocktail.
Yeah, he wants to stay longer. He wants to go home. What's the problem?
And what's the problem? He gets to be true to himself, and I want to stay, so I'm being true to myself. And where's the issue? So once I finally got that through my thick head, it's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, before, I was like, you need to apologize to me for always keeping me at the house. And he's just like, "But babe, you got friends in your life that like to do those things. Go do that with them." And he couldn't apologize because he's like,
I'm not doing anything wrong. I just don't want to.
Because wrong was the word. He was like, he's like, "You're trying to say that me being myself is incorrect."
He's not incorrect, exactly. He wasn't doing anything wrong.
Right. That's why I don't like the word wrong when it comes to apologizing.
Apologizing is something that you want to acknowledge you did wrong, or that you acknowledge you hurt the other person's feeling, or that you listen, or that you get them.
Yes.
You
because
know?
ultimately,
And growing.
he wasn't even offending me. So there was, if anything, I was the one offending him, because I'm trying to get him to be what I want him to be. I'm trying to get him to be me. Yeah. And that's offensive.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Did you?
I don't know. At this mind.
The empty one, yeah, but you slid it over here like you were.
I know. I was.
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
be
know
cute.
what happened. So I can say for myself, I've always not thought, but maybe treated apologizing like not a necessity.
What do you
Like,
mean?
Like, oh, humans make mistake. Like, I made a mistake. I don't think I need to, like, by the way, I'm sorry that I did that or whatever.
Okay.
Or maybe because I'm not, like, or was not the best expresser or showing my feelings or emotions, or it was hard for me to maybe share pain, or that I acknowledge that I caused pain on you, or whatever
So
the hell.
basically, let me make sure I understand. Are you saying that it hurt you to apologize because
Yes.
you felt hurt that you hurt that person?
Something like that, yes. So apologizing for me, maybe I treated her like that to hide all of that stuff. Like, it's not a necessity or whatever. Why am I going to apologize for something I'm going to do again?
Oh.
Or, you know, like, whatever the hell. But I definitely feel like it's powerful to apologize, to just acknowledge exactly what you did, you know, that made that person feel that way, or just to be able to show that compassion that, hey, I'm sorry that I hurt you, or whatever the hell it was the case. I think it's powerful. But we didn't finish the topic about you saying, what if the person keeps saying sorry, and they keep doing it?
So I think what's going on is what I'm saying. They have apology attached to wrong, which by definition in the dictionary does say that. I'm saying I think that shit is an inaccurate description.
Yeah.
I think so I'm letting you know now. For me, I have changed the definition of that word, and for me, it's acknowledging that I hurt you. But I'm not saying that I'm wrong because it may not be something that bothers me. But I can say, yo, now I know how to operate with you.
Exactly, but maybe I don't feel like I did anything wrong.
Right.
Obviously, that I
That's
know
your
that.
Oh man, there was something I was gonna say.
So-
What time is okay?
That was a good topic. That was hot. That was fire. What is mine? There's no more
You don't
mine.
have. Let me get mine before. What time is it? Because you gotta get baby girl.
Yeah, 4:52.
Okay. So there was something else I had to say that was really
Go,
good.
go, go. It's okay.
At the end of the day, we have these words. We have verbal communication. Just make sure that you know what you're saying and you express yourself well. And if a definition doesn't work for you, I don't know.
Use
I
another
kind of
word.
say maybe use another word, but if another word doesn't exist, use that one and change it for yourself. Because who made these damn definitions anyway? Who? Where'd it come from? What was the first word? Tell me that.
That was a good tip.
How you make a definition for the first word if it's the first word?
I don't even know how words came up. Sometimes I wonder who named this. Like, that's just messed up. I have a better name. But yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was a good tip. That was a good combo. I'm glad that it was, yeah.
Hot.
And by the way, we didn't really talk about the topic for like ever. I came this morning to have some coffee because I didn't want to go to Starbucks.
Sisters.
So she suggested we Google some words, and
Yeah.
we just got together this afternoon, and that's how it happened. So
Don't even get me started on the word humble. I'm gonna have to have a whole
Humble
30 minutes.
friendship. We have some topics coming up, guys. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, or hear our opinions about anything, or of your opinion or whatever, please share in the comments. I mean, we're already bored. We're on social media all the time, in the internet. Everybody's on their phone, so just take 5 minutes and engage. And yeah, let's get to know each other.
Thank you so much for viewing another pop-up talk with Fanisimi Fasewa. We love you. Have a dope weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the